Good evening, tarot card readers of the world. Welcome back to my channel, Zen Readers Only 888, where we as a collective readers manifest abundance, wealth, health, in all areas of your life. Whatever blockages are happening, that's what we want to help try to remove. You know, reading tarot cards or watching tarot cards doesn't necessarily do it all for you. There are some steps that need to be taken, yeah? Just because the cards say something doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. You got to kind of line up with the cards. You've got to kind of I guess I'm not sure what I'm trying to say here. It's just kind of like you have to you know, obviously we all know what resonates and what doesn't. You don't want to make it happen. You're not going to be able to force it to happen if it's not your story. But if it is your story, the cards are revealing things to you. They're revealing things to you that you need to know for a certain reason. What is that? Well, you're the only one that's going to know. And if you don't know, then you need to meditate, right? Hard thing to do. Hard to find the time for some of us. We stay super busy. So busy you realize, oh, I haven't even thanked the universe today for allowing me to hang out here a little longer. Right? Just to be grateful that you're walking forward, not looking back. So, you know, when it comes to tarot, you know, we say it's for entertainment purposes and to take what resonates and leave what doesn't for somebody else. But what do you do with the read then? What do you do with it when you're done with it? Where does it go from there? You know, I find myself into redundant reads. A lot of times it's because somebody needs to hear the story over and over again. You know, it's a really easy thing to do, and that's to look back. Right? Looking back is, I always thought anyway, a way of reflecting and learning from your mistakes and, you know, try not to do it again. But really looking back is just holding you back. It was holding me back. Just holding you back. You know? And obviously we know what happens when you're held back. You can't move forward. No forward movement. So then you become stagnant, and the cards keep saying the same thing, and you don't know why. And the cards get confusing, and you don't know why. But some of us don't want to look deep down, don't want to do the shadow work, don't want to dig deep and find where our faults are. Because if we had a bad relationship, or if we're having a bad relationship, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but yeah, it's 50% your fault as well. But if it's true that we attract what we are, well then it must be that we have some of those issues actually deep inside of us. Even though we want to blame the other person, we want to project how we feel about ourselves onto the other person. Sometimes we don't even realize we're doing it. So, if we take the time to really look at ourselves, we'd find out that we are holding ourselves back. The ultimate blockage is yourself. Unfortunately, it is. So how do we unblock ourselves? Well, we know about the chakras. Well, let's work on opening up our chakras. Sure. That's going to help tremendously, yeah. And then how do you do that? Right? How do you do that? It's another great question. I'm not going to answer the questions for you. They're just some questions to think about, to meditate on, right? Where are you blocking yourself? Where am I blocking myself? Usually, your ego's blocking you. Right? Your ego. Another hard thing to get over, admit, get past. I just feel like there's some of us out here that are really just holding ourselves back from moving forward into this major Ace of Pentacles that's just, the universe has got right there for us. And we're thinking that we've got the Ace of Pentacles already, and that it's just, that's all we get, right? That's all the universe wanted to give us. No. That was some of the, there's so much they're holding, that was some of the spillage, like in the Ace of Cups, the water spilling over. The universe has got this Ace of Pentacles, and we're just not reaching it. Not quite there because we're blocking ourselves. And as I'm talking about it, here comes the Knight of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords on the bottom. So I think what I'm feeling here is that there is a great shift happening. And we all knew this shift was happening, but what shift is it? What is the shift? What is this shift? Because we're all on this spiritual journey. Hopefully, right? I mean, if you're not on a spiritual journey, then what the hell are you doing right here today? The Seven of Wands and the Queen of Swords, with the Three of Swords on the bottom now. Yeah, see, so some of you are putting some endings into some ways of thinking, some old ways of thinking. One of the most powerful things you can do is to just negate your negative thoughts. If you're able to negate, not control, negate, override, veto your thoughts, you can master that, might be able to get that Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, you got the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. See, so what I'm seeing here is the universe is trying hard. The universe is trying hard here. You know, some of you might think that the universe has given up on you, or that this is all the universe has for you, but that's not the case. Right? If it's infinite, then, ooh, yeah, see? You got the High Priestess on the bottom now. So, you're coming closer, becoming more grounded in yourself and in your beliefs, in your intuition. You're becoming more grounded, and you're not putting up with other people's bullshit anymore. You have figured out your worth. You know your worth, and you're going to let everyone know your worth. You're going to let everyone know your worth. And that is how you're going to stop blocking yourself, because the blockage you had before was that you're not worth anything, that you're not worth very much, so therefore the universe isn't going to give you much. But see, that's not true, because we're all worth much more than this world can ever offer to give for what you are worth. Now we got the King of Wands. A lot of things moving forward, a lot of information coming, a lot of love. Yeah, you're gonna have some justice. And I think you're going to have some justice within yourself. You're going to have justice within yourself, because the battles that you've been fighting internally, nobody knows about, right? Yeah, see, you're illuminating some of your own internal battles and why and where they came from. You know, that inner childhood trauma, the kid who bullied you in school, the teacher who told you were never going to amount to anything. Some of you are, still looking back. And, like I said in the beginning, exactly what I said. Looking back is what's holding you back. Looking back is what's holding you back. You see? Because again, we all know tomorrow's gone. It's already written. Unless you got a DeLorean, it really means nothing. It really doesn't anymore. Unfortunately, it was a great past. But gotta move forward. Gotta move forward. Why is the Justice card here, Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael? This channeled message for the readers. Yeah, Three of Cups. You're gonna get to celebrate the fact. You're gonna get to celebrate within yourself. Celebrate with that you have won these battles, that you have had this illumination, that these things are being revealed to you and have been revealed to you. Because you know your worth. You know your worth. See, that's the truth that you're coming into. That is why this Ace of Cups is here. You're finding out truths about yourself that you had no idea were even there. It's being illuminated to you day by day. The Knight of Wands. This information is just pouring into you. Things that you didn't even think were really an issue, or you just thought, this is just me. This is just who I am. But in reality, those were the thoughts that were given to you from somebody else. And those thoughts turned into your thoughts because they were only somebody else's thoughts. Opinions, whatever. Irrelevant to who you really truly are. But because those thoughts got into your head and they turned into your thoughts, then they turned into some of your words. Then they turned into your habit. And then they turned into your character. To where the other person's thoughts that really were irrelevant now turned into, this is who you are. Their thoughts made you who you are. How does that work? I've been victim. And it's typically from the people that you love, the people that you care about. And they believe they love and care about you too. Spreading these thoughts. But they're not intuitive thoughts. They're flesh, shallow, judge book by its cover thoughts. They're right on the 3D level. Because it's not like any one of us are so special because we have this ability to do these great things. Well, we all have those abilities in us. Now, sure, some of us have more of this ability or this type of ability or this. But nonetheless, it's in there. It's in you. It's not something that's going to be struck down onto you. It's not going to be something that somebody's just going to come and whammy. It's going to be right there. You got to stay in this type of energy of digging deep and going inside and staying inside and constantly, keeping yourself in check. Now that these things are being revealed to you, now you got to keep yourself in check. Instead of looking back and looking forward, be right here in this now. Energy, is this serving my higher good? Is this decision I'm about to make serving my higher good? Or is this for the greater good of the collective? Since I've been asking myself these questions, I have started already to see, because I'm basing them now on that judgment call. And now I'm seeing the ball rolling. I'm seeing forward movement in my own life and in my own mind. And this can easily happen for anybody. No matter what your situation is. These tools are here for everybody. And there's that Five of Swords energy. there's a tower moment coming for that. So there's no worries about these sneaky thoughts. Because this isn't a sneaky individual. This is a different type of read here. I'm channeling I'm channeling personal conflicts, personal issues. This is not a read for your twin flame or your soulmate. I'm seeing that this is you going down, way down in the depths. You know, some of your sacral chakras are really being shaken. You know, because you're trying to figure out how to become more grounded, while also becoming more spiritual. I'm not sure why I'm holding. Oh yeah, these are the five of swords in the tower. So the sneaky thoughts that have been lurking and hiding deep down in there. Some of the things that you thought were, because your thoughts even had you tricked into believing that that was okay. That was okay that you said that about yourself. That's okay because, you know, they said the same thing about you. So they, those are the sneaky thoughts. These are the thoughts from somebody else that has been implanted deep down into you. For whatever reason, you allowed it. You know, it happens. Sometimes it sounds really good. Well, those thoughts are getting trumped by the Tower card. So, the clarity that you're gaining in this situation is happening fast. Really fast. Almost like you can't handle it. The wheel has started to spin just as fast for you. And because of this, there's going to be people that are going to admire you and your growth that you're going to make through this self-reflection and this new way of thinking, new way of speaking. Because if you're going to have a new way of thinking, you damn well better have a new way of speaking. So if you used to go around saying, well, I'm not going to do as well as I thought, or it's not going as good as it should, or, whatever. It's got to be the exact opposite. Because you've never heard one affirmation or any mantra or anything that says something negative. It's just not going to happen. There's too much light in the universe for there to be any darkness. So there should be too much light in you for there to be any darkness, because we are to mimic the universe and the universe will mimic us. Because they have to. They have to. So if you're going to be negatively viewing yourself, then the universe is going to negatively view yourself. And you're going to stay stuck there. Until you just finally say no. No, that's not true at all. No, that's not me. Those are thoughts planted by somebody else, your mom, your dad, your pastor, your best friend. They weren't true. So you're definitely getting yourself grounded. You're trying to figure out how to become more grounded. And you're getting there because you're realizing that you do have the tools. You're realizing that you do actually have the tools to do it. It's just a matter of using them. So that you can move forward in your life. Because if you can get yourself grounded and get yourself straight, then there's nowhere to go but forward. Because you're not looking back anymore. You're living in the right now. Being appreciative of the right now. Not looking back being ungrateful. Not even looking forward and being ungrateful because you already believe some thought of how it's going to be. But the universe, the spirits just want you to take your hands off the wheel. Just no expectations. You know what you want. So it's not an expectation, it's an affirmation. It is happening. You are moving forward. You are becoming more grounded. You are worth more than this world has to offer. And when you can start having those thoughts completely override, veto all those negative thoughts, and to where you have filled your entire self with positivity and divine light, it's going to be a lot easier to move forward, to go with the grain, to ride the wave. Yeah, my candle just flickered a lot. That's confirmation to me. But this is a beautiful, lovely energy here. You're really caring about yourself. Finally. And you can't even remember the last time you did. You can't even remember the last time that you looked yourself in the mirror and was like, wow, okay. I'm not so bad after all. Or just looked at yourself in the mirror like, oh wow, I'm getting pretty rough. I need to take care of myself a little better. Let's see what the universe has to say. This is a lovely read. I really feel like you guys are really grabbing the bull by the horns. We're full moon in Taurus. What a better time, right? Yeah, because look, this is Chiron, healing. So you guys are healing. You're doing some internal healing. My favorite number 8. Which I believe, what is that? The Strength card? Yeah? You guys are gaining it. Love on the bottom of the deck. Routine's not a bad thing. It might help you become more grounded, to have a better routine. Change things up. Because, we all know the definition of insanity. We've heard it a million times. It's insane the amount of times we've heard the definition of insanity. In fact. But Spirit is saying you need to change in your thoughts, your routine thoughts. We all have routine thoughts, right? That they just, boop, yeah. I knew that thought was going to be here eventually. Yeah, I'm just not not quite good enough, routine thoughts. But you guys are gaining some healing from that. Spirit is saying you'll gain the healing when you can change your thoughts, change your routine. And again, double clarifier, the moon, soul. You are getting into the nitty-gritty. Good for you though, because it's not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy thing to go inside yourself and really look at what it is that's blocking you. Why are you blocking yourself? You're gaining that clarity now, so let's see what kind of wisdom we have from the angels and the fairies. Ooh. What wisdom do we got, Archangel Michael, here for those collective readers? They're a little light and airy. There's one. Okay, so we have the fairy revels. Your life can be joyful if you allow faith, if you allow your faith to open the doors that will make this happen. See, it's your faith inside you. It's what you've lost. You've lost faith in yourself. The Spirit wants you to gain the faith in yourself back. And that'll open doors that's going to make this happen. To have a joyful life. Remove the barrier and everything will be clear. So there's a barrier. You have a barrier inside. Exactly. And you're figuring this out. This is all coming to you. And I mean, like I said, it's coming fast. These revelations, these epiphanies, these aha moments, they're coming fast. And you know, we all think, oh, that's just a small minor detail. But we've also heard, it's all in the details. All the small things add up to the whole thing, yeah? Remove the barrier and everything will be clear. The rose quartz. Look how that rose quartz glows, gleams on top of that selenite. It's weird too because the first card that was on top of the deck before the shuffle was Mother Mary. Peace and love. Phew, these cards are slick. Archangel Michael. Okay, so I didn't even get to ask my question, but Archangel Michael already knew my intentional question. Master Jesus, forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is here at this time. Exactly, and this is what I believe to be, because this is all about the inner shadow work, the depths of your soul, searching yourself. Master Jesus, forgiveness. So you're gaining healing, you're going to be healed. You are healed. It's an affirmation. I'm healed. I'm healed. And that's all I remember ever being taught. Going to church. You know, claim your healing. I actually got to witness people who had, this lady had, what was it? Not shattered vertebrae. I don't remember. She had some kind of severe back issues. And because she said every day she was healed, and the doctor said there's no way, nothing's going to happen. They wouldn't even operate on this lady. And all of a sudden one day she just got super excited. You know, we're all worshiping, and she just starts running around. It was her affirmation, you know. She had the faith in her own self. She didn't even realize it. She grabbed something that the universe is trying to give us all, or trying to reveal to us that it's all in there. This is soul expansion. Mahavatar Babahi. Sure. I have to learn how to say these a little better. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things exactly. See, that's why we had the double moon card here, for clarity of what was being illuminated in your life. And that's your consciousness being expanded to understand that there's a connection between everything. Right? There's a connection between everything. We see it in nature, right? We breathe, the trees breathe. The trees breathe, then the grass breathes, and then everything underneath in the roots. And then there's a whole ecosystem underground, right? And it all helps each other. This is a really beautiful read. I think that there's this is the shift, because you know, I think some of us are finally realizing that, I mean, obviously we all want love. We want unconditional love. We want enormous love. We want to feel the feeling that we felt before. You know, some of us are out there like drug addicts looking for this love that is going to give us a feeling that we had before. And this time, though, it's going to be more. Well, Spirit is saying that this is what you need to have for yourself and inside yourself. You need to feel that love inside yourself first, because if you don't feel that love inside yourself first, how will you ever be able to feel it for somebody else, or for somebody else again, if you ever did even before? Because some of us think that it was love, and it wasn't. It wasn't love. It might not even have been lust. It was that you were a doorman. You know, you were a doormat. You were a place to crash. Well, not anymore. You've seen your worth. You know your worth. And you're not putting up with somebody else's thoughts anymore. It's not happening. And good for you, because it's about time, right? It's one of those times where you realize and you think to yourself, geez, I wish I would have done this sooner. I wish I would have seen this sooner. I wish I would have figured this out sooner. Well, guess what? It is soon, right now. You figured it out. So now keep yourself in check. Continue to raise your vibration. Continue to flip your sentences. Flip your thoughts. It was, what was it? Roxy Talks. Make your thoughts your bitch. Right? Because you are not your thoughts. I know that's hard to understand, because it's even still for me a little bit hard to understand what that truly means. But if you meditate on that, just over and over and over again, you're not your thoughts. You're not your thoughts. Some of us has thoughts and believe that, oh, gosh, I must be a bad person because I had that thought. No, we all have had that thought. We've all had that thought. Whatever it is. You're not a sole person in this universe. You know, we've all on these individual islands, and we're trying to build bridges to each other. And when we get over to the other islands with all the other people that are on these other islands by themselves, we realize that we really all are pretty much the same. You know, and then the people who are negative, they want to spread their negative stories and thoughts because they want someone else to be in the same shitty place that you are. Well, yeah, misery loves company, but why do you want to be miserable? Why do you want to have company? Why do you want someone else to be in a shitty spot as you? So you don't feel so shitty about yourself? Well, I mean, to me, we get tangled up in these places in our minds because we forget who we really are. And who are you? Alan wants to say, well, you're nobody. Right. We are nobody. Sure. Because if you think about it, as a whole, we really aren't much of anything. But we're still a part of something that's bigger than us. But then we start to realize, well, wait a minute. It is us. But the bottom line here is you are doing the work, you're putting in the time, you're putting in the effort into yourself. Whereas before you put the effort in everywhere else because that's where you thought it needed to be and you thought that this is what had to happen. The Spirit is saying, no, it's time to love yourself. It's time to expand yourself. It's time to forgive yourself. It's time to change yourself. It's time to break the routine thoughts. So that you can move forward into the destiny that's over there on the other side, just right over there, that's waiting for you with that Ace of Pentacles that the universe has for you. So just keep yourself in check. Follow your intuition. Remember, we had the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck there. Some of you guys are figuring these things out. I don't want to say some of you guys. I want to say all of you guys. I mean, this is a collective read, and I believe this can resonate with everybody. So that's what I have for you guys' read. Put it into those thoughts that were given to you by somebody else. This is what's going to help you move forward really, really quickly. Because we've got the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords here. Break the chains of these thoughts. Get rid of them. They're not welcome there in your brain space, okay? Because we don't want them to end up in your heart space, and we don't want these. See, because this is how the vicious circle happens, okay? It don't stop with you, because what's going to happen? Those thoughts, You're going to throw those off to somebody else now. Because you feel like you know how to do that. Since he showed you. Right? And then it just keeps going until, all of a sudden it's back around to you and you're like, yep, see, I knew it. I knew it. I'm exactly what they said I was. No, you're who you say you are. You're who you are. Right? Don't forget that. Yep. It's a beautiful read. I thank you for stopping by. Hope this resonates with you. If it does, leave a comment in the section below. I do have in the description box, of course, all the ways to get a hold of me. If you are looking for a personal read. Other than that, like, subscribe, and share. Somebody needs to hear this. You know who that is. Just continue to move forward in your your revealing of thoughts process. Continue to negate the negative thoughts. Flip the sentences. Stop saying I can't, I won't, I don't, I will and I have and I do. Something so simple. And sometimes it's going to sound so dumb coming out of your mouth even. So dumb. And somebody else might even hear you saying and they're going to think you're dumb too. Write it down. Don't just say it. Write it down. That's what I have for you. I'll see you guys on the next one.